Hey, stop right there. Before you do anything else today, I need you to answer one question honestly. How many hours did you lose last week doing things that meant absolutely nothing? Scrolling, waiting, overthinking, saying yes to things you didn't even want to do. Go ahead, add it up in your head. I'll wait.
Ooh, she's coming in hot today. But honestly, Lily, I did the math on myself last month and I was genuinely shocked, like embarrassed. I thought I was a pretty organized person, and then I realized I had spent 11 hours in 1 week just deciding what to watch. Not even watching anything, just deciding.
11 hours? James, that's almost a full workday. Gone. And here's what nobody tells you. Wasting time doesn't feel like wasting time while it's happening. It feels like resting. It feels like freedom. And that, my friend, is exactly why it's so dangerous. Welcome to Easy English Learning. Today, we are talking about something that could genuinely change your life. How to stop wasting your time.
And if you're learning English with us for the first time, welcome. Every conversation here is designed to be clear, fun, and genuinely useful. We talk like real people because that's how you actually learn a language. So whether you're watching for the English practice or for the life advice, today you're getting both.
Double win. So James, let's just set something straight before we dive in. This isn't going to be one of those conversations where we tell you to wake up at 4 a.m. and drink green juice and color code your calendar.
Ha, thank goodness. I tried the 4 a.m. thing. I was angry for 3 straight weeks. I was less productive than ever, just angrier about it.
Exactly. This is a real conversation for real people who genuinely want more from their days. More focus, more energy, more results, and less of that awful feeling at 11 p.m. when you think, what did I even do today?
Lily, here's what I think makes time different from every other resource. If you lose money, you can earn it back. If you lose your phone, you can buy a new one. But every single second that passes, that's gone forever. You don't get a refund. There's no replay button on Tuesday afternoon.
That's such a powerful way to put it. And I think about this all the time. We treat time like it's the most renewable resource in the world, like there's always more coming, but there isn't. And the scary part, most of us don't feel the loss until it's way too late.
Right. There was actually a philosopher named Seneca. He lived over 2,000 years ago, and he said something that still blows my mind every time I read it. He said, it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it. 2,000 years ago. People have been struggling with this forever.
And social media wasn't even invented yet. Imagine what Seneca would say if he saw TikTok. He'd probably have a meltdown.
He'd write a whole new book. Probably call it Stop Doom Scrolling, Brutus.
But joking aside, the reason this matters so much right now is that we are living in the most distraction-heavy era in human history. Every app, every notification, every autoplay video is specifically designed by brilliant engineers to capture your attention and hold it. You are not fighting laziness. You are fighting billion-dollar technology built to win.
So let's really dig into this. Lily, when you think about wasted time, what does it actually look like? Because I don't think most people realize how many different forms it takes.
Great question. Okay, so I'd actually put time wasting into 3 big categories. The first one is obvious: mindless distraction. Social media, random videos, checking your phone for the 15th time in an hour. That one most people already know about.
Guilty. Definitely guilty. What's the second one?
The second one is sneakier. It's what I call productive-looking procrastination. This is when you're doing things, you're busy, you feel like you're working, but none of it actually moves the needle. Reorganizing your desk for the 3rd time, replying to every single email before starting the real task, making a beautiful to-do list, but never actually doing the to-dos.
Oh, wow. I feel very personally attacked right now. I've made some incredible to-do lists in my life. Color-coded, organized by priority, basically works of art. And I looked at them for days.
James, your to-do lists are legendary and accomplish absolutely nothing. But yes, exactly. That busyness gives you the feeling of progress without any of the results. And the third category is the one that really hurts people emotionally: saying yes to other people's priorities instead of your own, spending your best hours on things that matter to someone else while your own goals just sit there waiting.
That cuts deep. I think a lot of people, especially kind, helpful people, really struggle with this. Saying no feels mean. It feels selfish. But here's the thing. Every time you say yes to something, you are automatically saying no to something else. The question is just whether you're making that trade consciously or not.
Let me tell you about two people. I'll call them Sarah and Mark. Sarah and Mark went to the same school, graduated the same year, had similar jobs, similar starting salaries. By their mid-30s, Sarah had written a book, learned a new language, and started a small business on the side. Mark? Same job, same apartment, and he genuinely couldn't figure out why.
Okay, I feel like I know Mark. Was Mark's superpower spending 3 hours a night watching videos about organizing his life instead of actually organizing his life?
You know Mark very well. But here's the thing. The difference between Sarah and Mark wasn't talent. It wasn't luck. It was just that Sarah had learned, slowly, imperfectly, to protect her time. She called it her golden hour. Every single morning, for just 1 hour before the world got loud, she worked on something that mattered to her. 1 hour. That's it. Over 10 years, that added up to over 3,000 hours invested in herself.
3,000 hours? If you spent 3,000 hours getting good at almost anything, a language, an instrument, a skill, a business, you would be remarkable at it. That's the power of consistency over time. Small, protected, daily investments compounding into something extraordinary.
And here's what I love about this. It doesn't require magic. It doesn't require you to become a different person overnight. It just requires protecting 1 hour. Can most people find 1 hour? Probably yes. The question is whether they believe it's worth protecting.
Okay, Lily, let's get practical, because I love a good motivational moment, but I also want to walk away with actual tools. What genuinely works?
All right. First thing, and this is the one that changed everything for me, is what I call the 3 things rule. Before you start your day, identify 3 specific things that if you accomplish only those, your day was a success. Not 20 things, not a list that takes up half a page, 3. And the most important one goes first before anything else.
I love the simplicity of that, because there's something about a long to-do list that actually paralyzes you. You look at it and you don't know where to start, so you start with the easiest things, which are almost never the most important things.
Exactly. Second strategy, time block your distractions instead of fighting them. This is important because willpower is limited. Your brain will always want the easy dopamine hit of checking your messages or scrolling a feed. Instead of trying to never do those things, schedule them. From 12 to 12:15, I check social media. Done. Now it's not forbidden, it's scheduled. Your brain relaxes.
This is genuinely smart because it removes the mental energy of constantly resisting. You're not white-knuckling it through the morning, fighting the urge to check Instagram. You're just saving it for later, like dessert. You can have it, just not right now.
Dessert analogy. Perfect. Third strategy, and this one is for the overthinkers out there, use the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Don't put it on a list, don't schedule it, don't think about it more than necessary. Just do it immediately. This clears the mental clutter that quietly drains your energy all day.
And finally, do a weekly time review. At the end of every week, just take 10 minutes and ask yourself, where did my time actually go? Not where I planned for it to go, where did it actually go? Most people have never done this even once, and it is absolutely eye-opening.
Now let's talk about the mistakes people make when they try to stop wasting time, because there are some really common ones that actually make things worse.
Oh, I feel like this section is about to describe every January 1st of my life.
Possibly. Okay, mistake number 1, going from 0 to 100 overnight. You spend years with no structure. Then on Monday morning, you decide you're going to wake up at 5 a.m., exercise, meditate, read for an hour, and meal prep for the week. By Wednesday, you're exhausted and you've given up everything.
The all-or-nothing trap. I've been there so many times. And the cruel thing about it is that when you fail, you feel so bad about failing that you go even further in the opposite direction. Well, I missed my 5 a.m. alarm, so I might as well just eat junk food today and start fresh on Monday.
Progress is never clean. It's never perfect. The people who manage their time well aren't perfect. They just recover faster when things fall apart. Mistake number 2, confusing urgent things with important things. These are very different. Urgent things demand your attention right now. A buzzing phone, an email with an exclamation mark, someone knocking on your door. Important things are what actually move your life forward. The problem is urgent things feel important, and important things often have no deadline, so they keep getting pushed back.
That's such a real observation. Your inbox is always filled with other people's urgent things. Your own important things, learning a skill, building a relationship, working on your health, those never send you a notification. They just quietly suffer.
And mistake number 3, this one is subtle, but it destroys so much time. Waiting for the perfect moment. I'll start when things calm down. I'll begin when I feel ready. I'll do it after this project is finished. That perfect moment, it never comes. Life doesn't hand you a clean slate. You start messy in the middle of everything else, or you don't start at all.
Lily, I want to go a little deeper here because I think there's something that most people miss when they talk about time management. It's not just about being efficient. There's a psychological layer to this that nobody really explains.
Yes, say more. This is exactly what I want to talk about.
So, a lot of time wasting is actually anxiety in disguise. People scroll endlessly not because they enjoy it that much, but because they're avoiding the discomfort of sitting with something hard. Starting a difficult task feels uncomfortable. Your brain wants to escape, and your phone is the world's best escape hatch.
So it's not really about time, it's about tolerance for discomfort. The people who are best at protecting their time have learned to sit with the discomfort of beginning something hard without immediately running away from it.
Exactly. There's research that suggests the hardest moment isn't working, it's starting to work. Once you're 5 minutes into a task, resistance drops dramatically. The whole game is just getting those first 5 minutes started, which is why some people write a note that says, just open the document. Just that. No pressure to write anything brilliant. Just open it.
And there's something else worth saying. Rest is not wasted time. Real, intentional rest, getting enough sleep, going for a walk without your phone, spending an afternoon with people you love. That's not inefficiency. That's maintenance. Your brain is an organ. It gets tired. If you never let it recover, your focused hours become useless hours anyway.
That's actually one of the most important things you could say in this whole conversation. The goal isn't to be busy every single second of your life. The goal is to make your active hours count so that your rest hours are actually restful and your work hours are actually productive. It's about quality, not quantity.
Here is what I really want to say to anyone watching this who feels like time has already slipped away from them. Maybe you're looking back at the last year or the last 5 years, and you feel a kind of quiet grief for all the things you meant to do and didn't. And I just want to say that feeling is real, and it's okay to feel it.
But it's not the end of the story.
It is absolutely not the end of the story. The best time to start using your time well was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Today, not Monday, not after the holidays, right now with whatever you have, wherever you are.
I think about this in terms of future you. There's a version of you, maybe a year from now, maybe 5 years from now, who will look back at this exact moment today and either be grateful that you started or wish that you had. You are making a decision right now about what that person's life looks like.
And it doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't have to blow up your entire life and start over from scratch. You just have to protect 1 hour, build one habit, say no to one thing that doesn't serve you. These small shifts made consistently will completely transform your life over time in ways that will honestly surprise you.
You know what image I always think of? Compound interest. In finance, compound interest means your money earns interest, and then that interest earns more interest, and it snowballs over time into something massive. Time works the same way. Every hour you invest in something meaningful grows into more than that 1 hour. It builds skills, confidence, momentum. It multiplies.
Compound time. I love that. And the flip side is also true. Every hour of mindless distraction doesn't just cost you that hour. It costs you the energy, the momentum, and the opportunity that hour could have become. Both things compound. The question is which direction yours are going.
Okay, let's bring this home. Lily, if someone was going to remember just one thing from today's conversation, what would you want it to be?
One thing. That's hard. Okay, I'd say this. Your time is your life. When you look at how you spend your hours, you are looking at what your life actually is. Not what you say you value, not what you post about. What you do with your time, that's who you really are, and what you're really building. Guard it accordingly.
Beautiful.
And let me quickly recap the big practical takeaways from today. First, identify the 3 types of time wasting in your life: mindless distraction, productive looking procrastination, and saying yes to other people's priorities.
Second, use the 3 things rule every morning to focus on what actually matters.
Third, time block your distractions instead of fighting them with willpower alone.
And fourth, learn to start before you feel ready, because that perfect moment isn't coming. Fifth, remember that rest is not waste. Intentional recovery makes your productive hours actually productive. And sixth, do a weekly time review. Look honestly at where your hours went and adjust without guilt.
These aren't complicated ideas, but simple and easy are not the same thing. What makes the difference is whether you actually do them consistently, even on the days when you don't feel like it.
Before we close, I want to leave you with one final image. Imagine you're 90 years old. You're sitting in a chair looking back at your life, not at your achievements, not at your bank account, but at your days, at how you chose to spend the hours you were given. What do you see? What do you wish you'd done differently? And what do you wish you'd done more of?
Nobody at 90 says, "I wish I spent more time scrolling my feed." Nobody. They talk about the people they loved, the things they built, the moments they were fully present for, the risks they took, and the time they gave to what truly mattered.
You still have time to create those moments. Right now, today, your future is still being written, 1 hour at a time. So write it well. Write something you'll be proud to look back on.
And hey, if today's conversation added even a little bit of value to your day, please take 5 seconds right now, hit that like button, subscribe to Easy English Learning, and drop a comment below telling us one thing you're going to do this week to protect your time better. We read every single one, and we genuinely love to hear from you.
Don't waste your time and don't waste this moment. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here today.
Take care of yourselves, everyone. Until next time.